Regan Staymaker for International Boxing News. Now, the pleasure to be joined by the WBA International Welterweight Champion, Conah Walker. Conor, how are you today, mate?
Yeah, good mate. Thanks. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I mean, even better that kind of we've seen your fight news over the last couple of weeks. I mean, last time we spoke, there was a lot of talk between you fighting either Lewis Crocker or Paddy Donovan. I mean, you've got Lewis Crocker as well, June 22nd, but closer to your hometown in Birmingham, mate.
Yeah, I'm buzzing with it, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing with it. It was yeah. So obviously I spoke it into existence really because I think it was after the Cyrus fight. I was talking to Eddie at the post fight interview, and I was like, look what we can do. We need more nights back in Birmingham. And then I sort of said it after I fought Lloyd Jermaine. I was like, we need to get some more nights back in Wolverhampton, Birmingham. And they're there now. So it's just we've just got to do the job and make it come back, to Birmingham, and make it a good night.
Definitely, mate. When you've got, I mean, you touched on it in the press conference as well. When you've got like Eddie saying, kind of, he said he was going to look after you, he was going to give you the opportunities. Kind of, you've earned that right to kind of, basically be kind of looked after in the sport with those two big wins on big shows as well. Kind of, what does that mean to you? And kind of Eddie's kind of backing you despite the fact kind of not really t tied to Matchroom in that way.
Um, yeah, I think it's great. Obviously, I'm buzzing with it, but deserve it, mate. And I say that with chest because I've grafted. I've
Mm.
grafted my arse off for 12 years. I've been boxing, and I haven't took a backward step. I've put it all on the line, and I took the fights. What do they say? You chase opportunities, and I've chased every opportunity that I've had. I think this is and this is what I deserve.
No, no, it definitely is, mate, as well. I'll talk about kind of the fight you deserved. Obviously, a massive fight with yourself and Lewis Crocker, but kind of why was Lewis Crocker the kind of the right fight for you next?
Um, it's at these sort of this level now. I need to be taking these sort of fights. And I've stressed the fact that I want to be number one in the UK, and he's number two. So I'm closer. I'm very close when I take his ranking. So once I take his ranking, um, we push on and look at getting to the number one spot. But it's yeah, I'm tough fight in my hands, and I'm getting prepared for it.
No, definitely, mate. With obviously Harry Scarf losing at the weekend as well, but he still has that British title. I mean, a win on June the 22nd kind of opens up the doors for that British title fight as well.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. I'm up for that. I think I'm on a world title chase at the minute. So I think stepping it's not a step back by any stretch of the imagination. I think the British title is it's not going anywhere. I'd happily fight Harry Scarf for it tomorrow, but you know, with the ranking I've got with the WBA, and behind the scenes we're in some talks. I know the sort of fight next few couple of fights push me to a world title.
Mm.
I'm looking at for the next few fights. I'm looking at Crocker, then the next one, and then maybe looking at like the scope to get a world title there in the next three fights. So I'm chasing that more than the British. The British not going anywhere. So, but it's definitely something I want as a British boxer. I mean, it's massive in it.
No, definitely, mate, as well. And where you've got that such high WBA ranking, I mean it. I mean, it would be quite silly to kind of go, as you said, it's not a backward step, but when you've got such a high ranking, you're only right to push forward and try and climb those rankings even further as well, mate. I do want to touch on kind of the press conference. I mean, it was sort of semi respectful between yourself and Crocker, but then I see on my Instagram, kind of, it did make me chuckle. You said you wanted to everyone to call you Steve-O and you're the Croc Hunter going into this fight. I mean, we just touched on it, but it's fair to say you're fired up for this one, mate.
Yeah, mate. It's yeah, you get fired up for any fight really, but in all fairness, like what it was. I watched the press conference back, and I thought I didn't even understand him when I was on the press conference, just because of his thick sort of accent. But yeah, I watched it back, and he was like, I can outbox this guy if I want to. And I thought, "You cheeky bastard, like, you couldn't outbox me." And then like I was just a bit of a prod, you know what I mean? I just give him a bit of prod, and, and he jumped and he bit. So nah, it's all just theatrics and stuff. To be fair, there's no malice in it. It's just I'm having a little poke and a prod, but he caught the bait, so that's 1-0. But look, at the end of the day, I don't have to do this sort of stuff. I don't have to build a fight. I don't have to get myself up for it because I know what I've got in front of me, and the boxing public know what sort of fight it's going to be. It's going to be an absolute war. So that's just me being bored and in camp. So I'm just having a little poke and a prod. Might do it again if I feel like it. Might not. So, but yeah, one of
No,
them minute.
no, I mean, no, definitely, mate. As like you said, the fans, I know, kind of this fight's a massive fight, but we all like to see a bit of banter going back and forth between fighters. I mean, as long as there's no kind of malicious intent involved, it all comes up across banter. So it's
I
all
think
good.
there's a fine line. You can have a poke and a prod. And I know the sort of the boundaries, but it's one of them.
No, definitely, mate, as well. I do want to touch on something obviously kind of there's a lot of discussion, kind of a fight between, I think we touched on this before, even when you fought in Belfast, kind of a fight between Paddy Donovan and Lewis Crocker, but you're no stranger to kind of putting a spanner in the works with like you did with Cyrus Patterson last year.
Yeah, don't make plans to fight anyone after me, mate. That's yeah, and I mean that. But you know, it's not. I don't want to say too much, but it's not like a one-sided or like it's one of them where like I've got opportunities after this as well. Like, do you know what I mean? It's I win this, then I push on. He wins it, he pushes on. So it's just winner stays on. Do you know what I mean? There's no like, oh, well, like Paddy Donovan, rare, like scope for me to like be in that mix. We've got we're all in the same group now. I don't know what sort of promotional contracts them guys have got. But like a free fight deal with Matchroom now, and I've got scope to push on. It's not
Mm.
like Cyrus where it was like fight Conor and then you fight. You know what I mean? Like they've given me opportunities after this. So we're on a level playing field, and the best man wins. The best man pushes on the fights whoever's next. But yeah, I'm here to rip up the script again. I'm in unbelievable shape, and still got 5 weeks to go. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
No, definitely, mate, and I'm looking forward to being there as well. It's great to know that you've got kind of that promotional kind of protection as well with your contract as well, mate. I do want to touch on Stablemate. I mean, Hamza Uddin. I mean, it's fair to say burst onto the scene in Liverpool. I was there in the arena that night. I mean, it was a stunning knockout as well. But talk to me, what's it like training with Hamza, and kind of how far can this kid go in the professional ranks?
He's a top kid, man. We sort of come through the amateurs together. I've always been a fan of his and his family. He's got a good family and a good dad there, and they work hard. You see the work ethic, and he deserves everything that he's getting and that he will get because he's just a humble kid who can fight. He really can fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing how far he can go, and I know personally that he'll go all the way to the top. So yeah, he's a good lad. I really get on with Hamza.
Definitely, mate, and also sharing the card as well on June the 22nd. I mean, like, kind of how does it feel? Kind of as you said, you come up together, and now you're on the same stage together as well. That must be an additional nice feeling as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm still pinching myself now. Like thinking, I'm going co-main event on Live on the Zone. So I don't know how many views it'll be going around the world, and it'll be there, but I'm just buzzing for it. I think it's great. And for a young lad like Hamza to sort of just jump on the scene and get his debut knockout like a couple of weeks ago, and then fighting in his near enough his hometown. Few weeks. It's just what dreams are made of, isn't it? Really, can you beat it? We're on the best, in my eyes, the best under the best promotion, fighting on the best platform globally. So I'm blessed to be a part of it. It's long may it continue.
No, definitely, mate. Long may it continue indeed. And again, I'm looking forward to your fight and seeing Hamza on June 22nd at the Resorts World Arena as well. Connor, that was my final one, mate. Have you got any final words kind of for the fans heading to the Resorts World Arena on June the 22nd, mate?
Yeah, so obviously I'm buzzing to get you all there. I've done amazing on tickets already. People are just constantly just messaging me daily, and getting like 15, 20 tickets at a time. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Ding Dong Army up in Birmingham making some noise. But yeah, like I'm gonna arrange a meet up point and get them all together before. I'm gonna get loads of flags, foghorns, tops, and yeah, we're gonna take over, man. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's gonna be a great fight. So if you're not coming, get tune in, and yeah, put your bets on.
Definitely, mate. And I look forward to getting one of those Ding Dong t-shirts as well, mate. Those would be great as well. But no, Conor Walker, thank you again for your time today, mate. Best of luck June the 22nd. I'll see you there.